So at this time, I'd like to turn our program over to Ro Melnikov, who's our area leader. Ro?
Thank you, Marilyn. My name is Ro Melnikov, and I'm a National Marketing Director for the Juice Plus Company. Now, I was an elementary school teacher and an adjunct college professor 13 years prior before I joined the Juice Plus Company. Tonight, I want to share with you not only information about Juice Plus and the Juice Plus business, but why teachers love Juice Plus and our business. You will hear stories from amazing teachers and how having their teaching degree along with being involved with Juice Plus has really gone hand in hand with them. As teachers, we see what children are eating and not eating. You might see some students and even coworkers who struggle to stay healthy through the school year. Well, we really do have a solution to easily nourish our bodies, which has been proven in numerous medical journals to be therapeutic for us. The Juice Plus Company is actually over 45 years old, and it has brought to market amazing products that give everyone the chance to eat more whole food nutrition. Juice Plus capsules are the foundational product, and it's a way to get fruits, vegetables, and berries into our diets every day. But it's not a vitamin, it's not a mineral or isolated compound, it's just food. We actually have a nutritional label like a bag of carrots would. Juice Plus contains nutrition from 30 different fruits, vegetables, and berries that are picked at the peak of ripeness, and then they are dried at low temperature in order to preserve all of their nutrients. Then the produce powders are put in a capsule or a soft chewable. The capsules and chewables are packed full with naturally occurring vitamins, minerals, and plant chemicals. Our company's mission is to help people bridge the gap between what we are eating and what we should be eating every day. The product is backed by over 35 clinical research studies that are published in peer-reviewed scientific journals. Today, Juice Plus is the most clinically researched nutritional product in the world. And as an educator, that is something that really stood out to me. I can remember my first year of teaching being subjected to the colds and illnesses like strep throat and the flu that spread through my school. As a teacher, I hated using so many of my sick days because I knew it disrupted the continuity of my lessons. I tried to eat healthy, but I knew I was not eating enough fruits and vegetables, which are at the core of good nutrition. This was the case for my coworkers as well, who incidentally would frequently get sick. Looking at kids eating in the cafeteria, I would see so much processed food being consumed. Bags of chips, Lunchables, candy, French toast strips with syrup made with high fructose corn syrup. Nothing that had any nutritional value. There weren't any raw fruits and vegetables that have natural vitamins and minerals. I remember bringing my principal to the cafeteria and pointing this out to him. I said, "This is why we have so many children absent." He shrugged his shoulders and said, "What am I supposed to do?" When I was diagnosed with lupus, yes, I was diagnosed with lupus, I did cut out the sodas, the candy, and started to increase my intake of fruits and vegetables because I made that, the connection between a well-balanced diet and being healthy. Even with these changes, though, I would still have flares. It was not until I incorporated the Juice Plus, however, that I noticed a difference in how I was feeling. For the teachers with us tonight, I'm sure you know that research actually proves that having a balanced diet increases brain capacity, maximizes that cognitive capability, and improves overall academic performance in school-aged children. We've all heard that having too much junk food or processed food decreases academic performance. But we want our children to eat those brain foods, the blueberries, the broccoli, the tomatoes. However, if I ask you tonight, how many of you can honestly say that your students and even yourself are eating those brain fruit foods every day? What would you tell me? What about the variety? Or are you eating the same ones? Each fruit, vegetable, and berry has its own profile of nutrients to help us stay healthy. That is why it's so important to eat a big variety every day. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop there. You know, we are seeing high blood pressure in children at the age of 10, blocked arteries in teenagers, type 2 diabetes affect our children, and the rate of obesity in children has tripled over the last 30 years. Sadly, it's not any better for adults. It has been said time and time again that healthy eating helps prevent cholesterol, high blood pressure, obesity, and other chronic diseases. As teachers, we wear a lot of hats. I felt like good nutrition was the thing that I needed to help my students learn. How could I expect them to be learning and retaining information if their brains were starving, or if they had been eating too much sugar and not getting the foods they needed to focus? For me, I wanted it to be a solution at the root of the problem. When I actually started taking Juice Plus over 20 years ago, there had been zero research on the product. That's how desperate I was to find something to help my body. Today, the research speaks volumes. And when I started my kids on Juice Plus, as a parent, I wanted to know exactly what it was putting into my children's bodies, because I wanted what was best for my children. I strived and often failed to give my kids the recommended 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. As an adult, I know I cannot accomplish that. So how can I expect my children to? Yes, there are multivitamins, but those vitamins found in stores are man-made, and our bodies do not recognize them and barely absorb them. I actually started my first child on Juice Plus when he was 1, and the second one in uterine. There was not even an afterthought. The fruits, vegetables, and berries found in Juice Plus really gave my family the quantity and the quality that I was looking for, as well as the consistency. So as teachers, what do? In some way, shape, and form, we share knowledge with our students and we teach them what we know. An important aspect of the knowledge that I wished to share was the impact that whole food nutrition would make on their overall health. So what do I do with the Juice Plus company? Well, let me just tell you this. Our president, Jay Martin, was actually a teacher before becoming a founder of our company. And like other teachers, he has a passion to help others. So what do? We share our knowledge about nutrition and prevention with others. I don't consider myself a salesperson. I consider myself an educator. I absolutely love the weekly updates from my customers, just letting me know that they do not get the amount of colds that they used to get, or that their lab work looks better than the last time they went, or calls from grandparents saying that they can get down on the floor because their arthritis has decreased, or the mom who is thankful because her child did not have one sick day out of the school year. So quite honestly, I feel like I have the best teaching job in the world. I still get to educate people about the importance of whole food nutrition and help them live a healthier life. We are really making a profound difference. Back to you, Marilyn.
Thanks, Ro. That was great. Before I introduce our speakers, I just wanted to check if you're recording.
Yes.
Okay, great. It wasn't showing on my screen. So tonight we're honored to have three wonderful speakers with us. Our first is Lori Tomczak from Conshohocken, Pennsylvania. Lori has been a pre-kindergarten teacher since 1998. After being exposed to Juice Plus, she decided to make Juice Plus a part-time business for herself while continuing to teach. The most exciting opportunity has been to mesh the two together to bring health education to the classroom. She works hard to educate not only the children, but their parents too, about the importance of health and nutrition and establishing good habits at an early age. Bringing the Tower Garden into the classroom has been the highlight of her mission. So Laurie, I'll turn it over to you.
You want to unmute yourself, Lori?
Laurie, are you there? I know we had you earlier. Gail, can you make sure she's unmuted?
Okay, Marilyn, why don't we go on to our next speaker and we'll see if we can get Lori.
Okay. Our next speaker then is Pam Shepley. Pam has a short intro. She's a mom, a yogi, a wellness warrior, and a former kindergarten teacher. She's still educating, but she's not confined to a classroom.
Thank you, Marilyn and Ro. It's a pleasure to be on this call tonight, speaking with all of you and sharing really just my story. I heard about Juice Plus 15 years ago from my sister, and she had also been a preschool teacher. And it made sense to me because I had two teenage daughters who were on what I call the birthday party diet, and I knew that getting more fruits and vegetables into their bodies would be a good thing. And I loved that there was a children's health study where we could get it at no cost for them if my husband and I came on board as their sponsors. So, and that program still exists today. So that's just another indicator of how our company really focuses on families and getting children healthy and the next generation in a better place than this generation is at. So I loved that part of it, and we got on board, and what happened was it completely changed the picture of our health. And as a school teacher, I had been exposed to lots of sniffly noses and colds and everything that came down the pike. So I was a chronic sinus infection, and we were what I call the antibiotic of the month club family. It would go from one person to the next, and Juice Plus came in, and none of us has been on an antibiotic for over 14 years. So we've been on it for 15, and it really did take that first year to get it into our bodies and start making big changes to our immune system. So no more antibiotics. I kept my husband off statins. His cholesterol went down 60 points and stayed down. Both he and my older daughter got off their allergy meds. And my youngest daughter was able to wean herself off of her ADHD meds. And all of this happened over time, not overnight. But this had my attention. And the other thing that had my attention is my sister was sharing this, and she was building a business with it. And I really had never done anything but teach, and never could picture myself doing anything but teaching. But because she was doing it, I figured I could do it. She was a sister, and she was also a teacher. So it was monkey see, monkey do. So I also was competitive. I didn't want her to be prosperous and successful and doing something really fun and exciting and leaving me behind in the classroom. Don't get me wrong, because I loved teaching. I really did. It wasn't that I was looking to leave teaching, but I did want more time freedom, and I wanted more income to have more choices in our life and be able to do more things. So I jumped on board. I couldn't believe it was only $50 to become a rep. I knew that these children all around me in the classroom could benefit from Juice Plus, but I also knew that all my friends could. So it wasn't just confined to the classroom. It was my neighborhood. Wherever I went, there were people that could benefit from Juice Plus. And I basically couldn't keep my mouth shut. So although I had no idea this was going to happen, in 3 years working this part-time, weaving it into my life, we call it Lifing with Juice Plus, I actually was earning enough income to retire myself from teaching. And as Rose said, I'm still educating. I'm just not confined to a classroom. And that's what's really exciting about this for teachers, is that you can take your passion for helping people, for educating others, for caring on others, and you can do it in a way that will allow you to still have time freedom and also be paid what you're worth. And so I left the classroom, continued to do this, and just 2 years ago, I was able to retire my husband from his architecture career. And both of my daughters, who started on Juice Plus 15 years ago with me, have joined me in the business and are now building their dreams with this of helping others and also getting themselves completely financially on their feet in their 20s. And what I'm most proud of is that as a team, we are impacting now, this is 15 years into it, over 10,000 lives. And back when I taught, I used to have 17 kids a year in my classroom. And I really did make a difference for those kids. I put my heart and soul into teaching. This has allowed me to put my heart and soul into something else and impact way more lives. And I always say every penny that we earn from Juice Plus is a measuring stick for how many lives are being changed for the better. And I love doing meaningful work, and I also love being paid what I'm worth. And I had the meaningful part with teaching, but I was not paid what I was worth. And I have to say that in general, teachers are hard workers, because we don't choose this profession because it pays well. There's no reason you go into it except for that you want to care and love on other people, right? So if you can take that work ethic and that desire to help others and pour it into something like this, even if you do it part-time, you can create something very meaningful on the side that will give you great joy and satisfaction and fun, but it will also bring in extra income to be able to whatever it is you want with that, whether it is travel or help give back to more organizations, to retire your husband, whatever it might be. We all have our dreams and desires, and the bottom line is that when you have the resources to do that, then it gives you more choices, and it's a better thing. So that's all I have to say. I think that any teacher should take a closer look at this, because it can just add to what you're already doing, and it's a pretty natural addition.
Thanks,
Okay,
Pam. That was very inspiring.
I can't.
Have we found Lori?
No, we have not found Lori. Thank you, Pam, so much. How about if you introduce Nancy?
Our next speaker is Nancy Kuka. Nancy's background is in education, the restaurant business, and public relations. She and her husband have been with the Juice Plus Tower Garden Company for 27 years. And they say it's 27 of the most rewarding and fun years of their lives. Nancy has trained at national and regional conferences and boot camps, and has been nominated for the most prestigious awards in our company because of her passion for our products. Today they enjoy living between beautiful Traverse City, Michigan and Naples, Florida. What it is all about for Nancy is that we are making a huge difference throughout the world in the area of personal health, wealth, and prevention. Nancy?
There I go. Hey, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Marilyn, for that introduction. And I loved hearing Rose's story as well as Pammy's. I've never heard your teaching stories before, so it was very enlightening. Thank you. Well, I was a teacher after college. I had my children during college, so I was a busy mom. And it's all I ever wanted to do in my whole life, even from the time I was a little girl. My mom was my mentor. She was a first grade teacher, and that's just what I wanted to be. So I taught first grade, and then I was head teacher at a preschool. And I just loved it. I just loved opening those little minds with all the possibilities of the world and education, and just felt that I really made a difference. And that's what it was all about for me. And my children's father at that time, he had we had uh, been involved with a restaurant, and then all of a sudden it became our restaurant, and he needed cheap labor. So guess who left their teaching degree to build his dream? I did. So I left teaching, and it was shortly thereafter that big D word, the divorce, came, and I had to get the fastest job with my degree that I could. So I went not into teaching, but public relations, believe it or not. And it was rewarding, but I really missed teaching, and I really missed the children. I just missed it so much. And then I remarried really the love of my life, Jerry Kropa, and I'm really proud to say that we today are both national marketing directors with the Juice Plus company. And that must have been an old bio I sent you, Marilyn, because we've been with the company now almost 29 years. We're some of the old great grandparents of this company. And so when Juice Plus was introduced over 25 years ago, we were one of those lucky ones. We got to start taking Juice Plus as soon as it was introduced. And when I was in college, I was so interested in nutrition. I even took a class at Michigan State because my kids would get all those colds, even if no matter how hard I tried to cook healthy for them, they still got caught every cold, every flu, every bronchitis. I mean, you know what happens if you have kids. And at the same time, my sweet mom, she was at 68, went into a nursing home. She had just the worst kind of rheumatoid arthritis possible, and died really at a very young age. Very dreadful, painful time of her life. And my father also was crippled with the type of arthritis. And obviously that's been a huge concern for our family. And so we started taking juice, and we were very encouraged about the benefits that we received. I got up earlier in the morning. I felt more rested, and I had so much energy. I couldn't believe it. And here I am in my early 40s, and or my 40s, excuse me. And we just, Jerry, I had all this energy all of a sudden, and Jerry even told me I needed juice minus once. So that was kind of fun. But anyway, we just started our children on Juice Plus, the benefits that they received. They weren't missing school. And you know what happens when your children are sick, you have to normally stay home from work as well. So already I was home. I was working the Juice Plus Business Center, and that was such a gift. But I soon realized that no matter what I cooked, they were healthy. And that to me was a huge benefit, because we were bridging the gap between reality and what they should be doing each and every day. And that's getting those 9 to 13 servings of fruits and veggies every day. And I just love the benefits that our friends and family as well have received. I just can't remember getting a cold or the flu, or my children. My skin is very healthy and beautiful. And I'm just flat out healthy. What can I say? And the best news is, the reason I told you about my mom, is that I don't have rheumatoid arthritis, thank God. And I believe that Juice Plus has built my immune system to the strength that I just don't have it. So, and it's really pretty unbelievable, the vitality that I have at my age. And at the end, I'll tell you how old I am. And which is just unbelievable. So the longer I take it, the better I get, I say. And you know, when you think about it, when you take Juice Plus or you share Juice Plus, you really cannot put a price on prevention. And so that really excites me. So on the business side, Jerry, my husband, ran his family-owned business, and that corporate job that I took in public relations, I actually, due to downsizing, moved 2 hours away from beautiful Traverse City, Michigan. And at the same time, my husband was closing and selling their family business. And all of a sudden, here we are, we do not have jobs. I thought about going back to teaching, but I would have had to take a few classes to be credentialed again. And so we were introduced to the Juice Plus company actually almost 29 years ago. And we had 3 teenagers together, and here they are all wanting to go to college, and here we are with no jobs. And we had we really knew what we wanted to do. We wanted to work together. We wanted to build a successful business. We wanted to have that time freedom that we could spend with our family, which is really so important. And so we did investigate the company together, and what we found was just a rock solid company, a company that had integrity. And as Rose said, the founder of our company is a former teacher who I could really relate to. He's a visionary for sure, and he's still at the helm today, thank goodness. And it was an amazing company that we felt so comfortable with, a company that we felt we could hang our hat, roll up our sleeves, and partner with the company and go to work. And that's just what we did. But being a teacher, in the beginning, my biggest objection was it looked like a sales business to me. A salesman in my mind was someone who had a striped plaid pants and had a pocket protector. And I could never see myself as that kind of person. And I kind of threw up my hands to Jerry and I said, I am not a salesman. I can't sell anything. But we soon found that we became a product of the product. You know how we naturally share amazing things that we love, and especially something that's helping children and helping people that we care about and that's changing their lives. So when I learned that's all we had to do is share our own experiences with these products, it really kind of opened my eyes to becoming more serious about building this business. And our business grew. I became so impressed with the huge potential to make this our life's work and our own mission. By locking arms with like-minded people from all across the world, we are on an important mission to make a huge difference, to leave a legacy for our children and my granddaughter through this business, affecting families again all over the world. And teaching, I feel today I am a better teacher than I ever was with those small children. I teach every single day. I teach customers, potential customers. I teach people about whole food nutrition. I teach people how to build a business. I teach, and I love this part of this business more than anything. I found my niche and I just love it. And not only that we're teaching families and their children, actually affecting generations to come down the road. And to me, I just feel so proud of that. And here my husband and I we're camping right now on Lake Michigan. And we're 71 years old. And here we are over 28 years later, we've created an amazing life. And because of our Juice Plus lifestyle, we have the health and we have the vitality to enjoy it. Thanks, Ro, for having me on tonight.
Oh, thank you, Nancy. Back to you, Marilyn. I do see Lori.
That was great, Nancy. That was wonderful to hear your story. Thank you so much. And Lori, we have you now.
Okay, so I will give you my little intro to Juice Plus. I was introduced to Juice Plus about 9 years ago through a parent in my pre-kindergarten classroom. I teach 4- and 5-year-olds, and I still currently do that. And I had to leave, long story short, to have some surgery. And this parent reached out to me as a way to kind of build my immune system before this surgery. And so she invited me to an event, and I went there, and I never took multivitamins, things like that. This product made so much sense right off the bat. But just like Pam had mentioned, we don't do this for the money. I don't teach for the money, that's for sure. And I thought there is no way I can afford to do this. So I started with our berry blend, which is just our vineyard and all our berries. And in about 4 to 6 months, I had reflux, and that was gone. And I thought, if I take all of this, what could this do for my body? And that's kind of when I was introduced to the research and the business. And I thought, I cannot take on this business. I'm tutoring after school. I'm babysitting at night. I'm cleaning houses on the weekends. There's no way I can do this. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to take it on because I wanted to take every product they had, basically. So I paid my $50. I found a way and I started a business. And slowly I was able to get rid of those things. And I continued to build this and make money doing it. I'm no longer tutoring, no longer babysitting, no longer cleaning houses. And what I found is that I have a lot more time freedom. So I continue to teach because I love it. But what I'm trying to do business-wise is set this up so that I can walk away from teaching when I want to walk away and not because I have to be there for another 20 some years. But what I found in the classroom is, as I was watching this product help my health, my nieces and nephews were also taking this product. And I was finding that their health was changing. I had a nephew off an inhaler in just about 4 months, a niece who was constipated, and all of a sudden that was like gone. And all I kept seeing in the classroom was that my emergency was getting bigger and bigger with inhalers and EpiPens. And I thought, this is crazy. I have got to find a way to incorporate this into the classroom. And just like Nancy mentioned too, the sales thing got to me. And I thought, I don't know if I can bring this into the classroom. And, you know, I don't want parents to think that this is a salesy thing. So what I started doing was just slowly incorporating a fruit and veggie chart. And when they brought fruits and veggies and ate them that day, they got prizes and they got credit for it. And what I saw over time was that it was just becoming a habit, and they were starting to eat them because it was the right thing to do and not because they were getting prizes. I slowly started incorporating small recipes, and we would do them in the classroom, you know, black bean dips and asparagus pestos and things like that, and let them taste test. And they were really starting to like this. So I thought, okay, now I need to find a way to get parents to do this. And so just on my weekly sheet, I started sharing a healthy section and trying to get parents to add spinach to their smoothies because you can't taste it, but yet they're still getting the spinach in there. And what I found was that parents were starting to email me, and they were starting to send pictures, and they were starting to say, hey, we're adding spinach to our smoothies now, and look at the lettuce that they brought home from the Tower Garden, which I'll talk about briefly. We added it into our dinner salad tonight and things like that. And I thought, okay, this is a way to make a difference. But still I was having trouble bringing up Juice Plus with them because I thought, this is a sales thing. I can't do that. I can't mix it with my teaching. And then after a while, it just started to kind of take over. And I thought, you know, I actually have an obligation. I can't know what this product is doing. It's so powerful. Simple fruits and vegetables, so powerful. And I thought, I can't not tell these people about it. And so what I did was I started sharing it on back to school nights. I would give out a sample chewable pack for them. And then I would just tell them a brief little bit about Juice Plus. If you want to learn more, please contact me. And slowly families were starting to dive in that way. And that's kind of how I incorporated it. I brought a Tower Garden into the classroom, which is our aeroponic growing system. And they love it, especially at that age. They help, they fill the water. They actually sing to it and read to it, which is pretty funny. I don't know that you'll find that at every level, but as 4- and 5-year-olds, that's what they're doing. So it just became a way in the classroom, and it was becoming that important. And I was just noticing the differences, and I knew that it was something I had to keep up. I still do teach because I love it, and I'm not truly ready to walk away yet, but I am trying to build this business on the side, and it has helped me tremendously already, so that when I'm ready to walk away from teaching, I can do that on my own free will. But I've definitely found a way to incorporate them both into the classroom and make more of an impact on children, because health is everything. And if they don't have that, then they really have nothing. And our society these days is just, it's disease ridden, and it's very sad. And I feel like we have to get to these kids and let them know how important it is. So that's just something, that's the way I've incorporated it. And that's it. I hope I covered everything. I was kind of thrown off by not going first. So yeah, that's it. Marilyn, back to you.
Thanks so much, Lori. I love your story about the children singing to their Tower Garden. That's great. And now I'll turn it back over to Ro to close our program tonight.
Wow. Thank you, Lori, Pam, Nancy, for speaking on our call tonight. I've learned so much. You ladies are so inspirational. So grateful and honored to have you join us tonight. Thank you, Lori, for persevering there. As I said in my introduction, I'm formerly an elementary teacher and an adjunct college professor. I resigned teaching to join this phenomenal company in their mission to inspire healthy living over 23 years ago. Why, you might say, would I leave my tenure, my pension, a nice salary behind to join a marketing company when I had no experience in marketing? Well, my story began in a hospital bed. The doctors were trying to figure out how to use gravity to assist in getting the water out of my legs without having to lie me down, because it would result in excruciating pain from the pleurisy in my chest. You see, my kidneys were failing, secondary to the systemic lupus that I mentioned to you that I was diagnosed with at the beginning of this call. I was diagnosed when I was only 22 years old. I suffered with arthritis, liver involvement, bowel problems, 2 kidney failures, and I was always tired, achy, and lethargic. I took tons of medicines and vitamins to no avail. I changed my diet, but I still had flares. The side effects of the over-the-counter prescription medications were a torture in and of themselves. I was administered these drugs, I was told by my MD, to avoid me going on dialysis. If they did not work, that was my next step. To add more insult to injury, my former husband of 13 years said to me, "You're too sick for me to stay with you. I want a divorce." We divorced in 1989. It took 3.5 months of me detoxing from the medications with the Juice Plus for me to notice a difference in my health. As I continuously got better, my doctor weaned me off the medications. Juice Plus lowered the inflammation in my body, contributed to a healthier immune system. It improved my hair and skin and gave me so many other health benefits. I also started to crave more fruits and veggies. I now have been symptom-free with energy and vitality with no medications for over 20 years now. And I also might add, I married my divorce attorney. We have 2 healthy young men, Tyler 24 and Dustin 19. Today at 61, I'm healthier than I was in my 20s. My team and I have helped people with various health challenges, elite athletes, and people that want to stay on the side of prevention. What attracted me to the business was its simplicity and flexibility. I was able to go on all my kids' class trips, attend their athletic events, and be there for them. There is no greater freedom than being able to do the things we love with the ones we love. That's what the Juice Plus company can offer you. My team and I essentially share Juice Plus and our business with others on calls and videos like this, one-on-one, and through live educational events. I more than replaced my income from teaching kindergarten and college. I receive our corporate package that is comparable to many CEOs in big businesses. Nothing like I would ever receive as a teacher. I want you to know that I did love being a kindergarten and first grade teacher and even a college professor. I love that. But I never even got a turkey rather than what I'm receiving from this company. Our business is for people that want to be able to help people while helping themselves. Our business is for people with full-time jobs, to moms that have full-time jobs taking care of their little ones. People do our business for various reasons, perhaps to contribute to the household, to make a car payment, put a child through school, or even to supplement incomes. For some like Pam, Nancy, and I, this has become our full-time mission. Please get back to the person that invited you to this call. Have an authentic conversation. Life is short. This company has allowed us to say yes to many things we would not have been able to afford otherwise. We invite you to join us in inspiring healthy living around the world, all while helping people increase their incomes in a simple, flexible way. All right, at this time, don't leave me. What I would like to do is to share my screen, and we as a team have a call like this every month, and we're going to show you our next speaker because I'm very excited who is going to be speaking with us. Oh, there it is. Okay, Dr. Carol. Okay, Dr. Carol Watson has a wonderful story. She lost an amazing amount of weight, and she's going to come and she's going to tell us on this date how she did it without deprivation. Now, many of you may not have a food addiction, but there are a lot of people out there that do. So I'm going to encourage you to invite people to this call. Tomorrow, I will put the event up on Facebook. It will be public. You can look for it in your events. If you join, you can invite people. I will also have a flyer if anyone would like to invite to this call. Let me stop our share. And I want to say good night to everyone. Thank you so very much for joining us. And do get back to the person that invited you to this call. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
It was awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, good night. Thank you.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you. Good
Thanks,
night,
Nancy,
everybody.
Pam, and Lori.
Thank you, everybody.